Turning our focus now to the massive corruption scandal gripping the nation, the independent counsel made public the findings of its 3-month-long investigation into the case that ultimately led to a National Assembly vote to impeach the president. Hwang Hojun was at the scene for the big announcement.
It was the grand finale of the 70-day-long investigation. Independent counsel Park Young-soo on Monday announced his team's findings before hundreds of reporters who had gathered at his office to hear the results.
The core subject of this team's investigation has been the abuse of power to monopolize state affairs for personal interest and the collusive links between business and politics. To truly unify public opinion, it is important that every bit of the truth comes to light.
During the press conference, the independent counsel confirmed the bribery charges against President Park Geun-hye. He said the president and her confidant Choi Soon-sil colluded to pressure Samsung Electronics vice chairman Lee Jae-yong to give more than $37 million to two foundations controlled by Choi in exchange for support for a critical merger that was seen as cementing Lee's succession at Samsung. According to a press release that accompanied the announcement, it was President Park who instructed the National Pension Service to vote for the controversial merger at a 2015 shareholders meeting. The council also said that Choi Soon-sil meddled in state affairs, including personnel appointments and diplomacy. The council also concluded that President Park and Choi Soon-sil created a blacklist of more than 9,000 cultural figures deemed critical of the government, in conjunction with former Culture Minister Choi Soon-sil and former Presidential Chief of Staff Kim Ki-chun. Shortly after the press conference, both Samsung and the Presidential Office of Changwade responded, denying all allegations. The investigation into the power abuse scandal came to an end last Tuesday after acting President Hwang Kyo-wan refused to grant a one-time 30-day extension of the probe, citing a need to stabilize state affairs. The independent counsel wrapped things up by saying the team had done their best, while he lamented that the time they had was insufficient. They will now hand over their investigation records to state prosecutors who will be in charge of tying up the remaining threads in the wide-ranging case. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.